Hey everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to our 2023 Elder Scrolls Online playthrough here on our Templar.
By order of the Deputy Governor of Sedanine, which happens to be me, the lighthouse is closed until further notice. On the other hand, I seek an outlander who's willing to do a little work.
Okay, sure, we have time. What kind of work are you talking about?
I need someone without ties to the area to look into a matter for me. It seems the lighthouse was broken into. The flame was extinguished. As a result, a ship crashed along the shore. There were fewer bodies than expected, both living and dead.
You want me to figure out who put out the flame?
I suspect slavers were involved, which means they had help here in town. I find that unacceptable. Discover who doused the lamp fire. They'll lead us to the slavers. Question Delms, who was on duty that night. He's in the lighthouse.
Alright, we'll talk to the lighthouse guard.
I need to check in with the overseer. His workers are searching the wreckage, and I want to know what they've uncovered.
Were there any survivors?
By the time we were alerted and had organized a response, precious moments had been lost. We rescued a few, but mostly we found those who had drowned or were crushed on the rocks. Even so, it was nowhere near the numbers a ship like that carries.
Is there anything I should know about that ship?
It was just a typical sailing ship from the mainland. I suppose it carried the usual complement of cargo and travelers eager to reach our verdant shores. I don't believe that such a vessel would make the trip without filling its holds. Damn slavers.
Why do you suspect slavers?
Ever since our agreement with the Pact went into effect, slavery has been outlawed throughout most of Morrowind.
And it wasn't before that.
All we did was drive the slavers into the shadows. This whole stinking event has their bloody fingerprints all over it.
So slavery is illegal here?
Here, and in all of the territories controlled by the great houses that support the Ebonheart Pact. If you stray into Telvanni or Dres territory, though, the practice remains strong and vibrant. Hence my current troubles.
Tell me about Sedanine.
We are just a small outpost along the Bitter Coast, but I like to think of us as the gateway to Vardenfell. From here, Vivek City and the other inland locations are easily accessible. Governor O'Melian is in charge, although I contribute as necessary.
Alright, so...
I need to check in with the overseer.
We are going to the lighthouse, right? Which is right here. We're standing right at the lighthouse. Alright, let's see what this is about. I really think just being able to do these little side stories like this, and having them kind of feel like actual, complete, thought-out stories with the voice acting, it makes the game really accessible for someone just to kind of jump right in. And even though you might not know the lore of the world or the overall story of what's happening with the MSQ and stuff like that, it does just feel good to be doing quests in the world.
Halt! No one's allowed up here.
Deputy Governor Selby asked me to look into the shipwreck.
She asked you to... an outlander? Isn't it enough she stuck me up here to guard the flame indefinitely, but now she's looking for help outside the house guard? What else can I expect after what happened the other night?
Tell me what happened.
Findon sent a barrel of his finest ale for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. Powerful stuff. One cup and we could barely keep our eyes open. The entire regiment was knocked on its collective arse. When I came to my senses, I saw that the fire had gone out.
So you don't know who put out the flame?
Look, once I heard the crash along the shore, it was all I could do to get moving and raise the alarm. Cherish's water loves to loiter near the lighthouse. Maybe she noticed something. If you're intent on doing your job, you should talk to her.
Alright. So, I'm noticing, is there a day-night cycle in the game that, like, plays out every half hour? Or does it attune the time of day to the time of day that it is locally? It must be a day-night cycle, right? This looks like either sunset light or... Well, that's west, so... I guess that would be so... I didn't really notice that yesterday. But I really do enjoy that a lot.
Do you mind? Your dirty foot coverings are contaminating my pond.
Were you here the night of the shipwreck? Did you see anyone near the lighthouse that night?
So direct you are. It makes my tongue wither and the answers dry up in my mouth. Go and bother someone else with your parching questions.
Are you looking for gold instead?
Now you insult me? I'll have you know I can take care of myself. Since you mentioned it, I have noticed that my favorite pond has become somewhat stagnant. I bet if we had some Vinden's special blend, my throat would moisten right back up.
Okay, and what is that?
Vinden collects it from a secret location, where the sea meets the swamp in perfect harmony. Contains just enough salt to nourish my scales without drying them. You can buy it from him, or fill a bucket yourself. Then we can talk.
Alright, well that is rather fetchy of you, but at least it is blatantly so. Where are we doing that at? Right over here.
Welcome to our shop. Feel free to look around.
I only recently arrived and I'm still getting used to this strange land. Did you know they mine insect eggs for food here? Or what about those murderers that get to kill people just so long as they have an official piece of paper? It's crazy. Is that for Cherish's water?
Come, drink up, forget your troubles.
Would you be so kind? Ah, that feels much better.
Well, we missed, but I guess she doesn't mind as long as it makes it into the water.
Now that's the proper way to ask a question. As a matter of fact, I did notice someone near the lighthouse that night.
Who was it?
You keep asking the wrong question. I did not see anyone that night. I felt them. They made ripples in the water. I felt them stop by the tree that overlooks my pond. Then they moved off towards the lighthouse. Look to the tree, moist one.
And you never bothered to look?
I prefer my waters to remain still, calm. Prying causes ripples, and ripples lead to more dry questions.
Fair enough. My golden child, your shrouding of the light proved a great boon to our holy plans. We led the pirate ship into the rocks and freed those unjustly imprisoned. The drugged guards slept through it all just as we ordained. Do not be concerned over the loss of life. The innocent survived and the wicked perished. Look upon your just reward included with this message and be at peace. You shall know us by this phrase. The ending of the words is Almsivi. Okay. Well, I don't know what that's about. And now we have a quest to talk to a bunch of different people. So there's a mystery afoot.
Welcome to our shop. Keep it down. We don't want to attract undue attention. But what happened? I thought I was supposed to go to the drop. You didn't come all this way just to give me my reward, did you?
Oh. I have your reward.
Already? Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful. I love working for the Tribunal. It's so much better than trying to earn a living as a thief in Vivec City. But where's your helmet? I've never seen an Ordinator out of uniform before.
An Ordinator had you sabotaged the lighthouse?
Oh, right. We're not supposed to talk about Ordinators in the Tribunal in such a public place. But it feels good to be doing holy work for a change. And such a simple task, snuffing out the lighthouse flame. I mean, Umsethi is the ending of words.
One more thing, how did you get past the guards?
Oh, that was easy. I put a sleeping draught in the ale they ordered for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. The guards were unconscious within the hour. I hope I can be of service again. For the Tribunal.
So I guess now that we talked to her, we don't need to talk to everybody else. We were basically just fishing to see if we can get someone to admit that they did it. And we happened to pick the right person immediately.
Unfortunately, the wreck of the vessel provided no additional clues. Were you able to discover anything during your investigation?
Maurice Rothrano says the Tribunal hired her to extinguish the lighthouse lamp.
The young woman who works with the grocer? I doubt the Tribunal would ask her to do something so reckless. Do you have any proof other than her word?
I found this incriminating note in a hollow tree along with a ruby that was her payment.
This is disturbing. This parchment feels just like the sheets that Governor O'Melian special orders from High Rock. I'm going to need you to acquire another sample from the Governor's office. It's the only way to be certain.
So you want me to steal from the Governor's office?
Not the office. He keeps it in his private quarters.
Oh, even better.
Through the guardhouse. But I'd never suggest that you sneak into his quarters and steal a blank sheet of his special parchment. That would be against the law. Do you understand me?
I understand. I will get a sheet of parchment by sneaking into the Governor's private quarters. That's water. Okay, good. We can swim. We don't just instantly die. Yay. Okay, but we can't quite get out here. So, how do we get out? Oh, just a little higher. No double jump. Okay. Maybe we can get to the land over here. That should be a little bit easier.
Well?
Ah, our special customer. Is there something I can do for you?
It's red, so I'm assuming that means that we don't really have the stats to do it? You need persuasion. How do I get persuasion? Okay, so that's not going to be an option. If I look at my skills, world, racial, I'm just not exactly sure where I would get persuasion from. I don't even see persuasion as a stat on my character sheet. Advanced stats. Healing, still no persuasion. Okay. Not really sure what's going on with that. So that's out. Let's go to the Governor's place and try to steal the parchment. Maybe we can do that. Trespass. Oh. You are trespassing in a restricted area. Some notes. There's no parchment there. Oh no. Well, we've done it now. We have done it now. Oh no. We're gonna be like wanted, right? Does that kind of stuff exist? Or maybe he just like kills us. No, he's pretty weak. We've actually got this. Murder. We've unlocked an achievement. Murder. Okay, good, good, good. Hiding spot. I mean, we're going full evil now. Okay, there we go. We had to kill a guy who didn't deserve it. We stole a bunch of stuff. And now we have completed the quest. I feel a little bad, but you know, compared to some of the things I do in other MMOs, I don't really feel that bad at all. Surprisingly. And no one seems to be the wiser for it. And then read the unfinished report. Oh, okay. Did I not read something? Back in we go. More mayhem awaits us. Okay, unfinished. Okay, over here. Right. I appreciate your concern, Overseer. My ships made an exhaustive sweep of the coastline and Firemouth Island and found no evidence of slaver activity. The shipwreck was an unfortunate accident, nothing more. As for other matters, I must entreat... So the governor's still running, like, slave stuff. He's still got, like, a slave business going on that he's probably profiting from, I imagine. And so he's kind of making sure that, like, the slavers stay hidden, maybe? Because they probably are making him money, or they're his slavers that he owns. Something like that's going on, right? That's what I would say if I had to guess. Maybe there will be an unexpected twist.
Back again? So tell me, you didn't do anything unlawful now, did you?
No, not at all.
That's odd. We haven't done a search of Firemoth Island since Governor Emelian declared that the House Guard was better used patrolling farther up the coast. And these parchment sheets definitely match. This is very disappointing.
So you think the governor's working with the slavers?
What I think doesn't matter. We need evidence. But we also need to launch a rescue. Slavery is illegal in Pact territory. It's time to visit Firemoth Island. Hopefully, somewhere along the way we'll find more proof of Governor Emelian's ties to all of this.
Alright, let's go to Firemouth Island. Let's end some slavery.
Soldiers have been assembled? That's not a prudent course of action. We need to muster our forces, make plans and contingencies, unlock the armory. What was that?
Oh, a light flared and illuminated the lighthouse.
That's a distress signal, and it came from Firemouth Island.
I guess we don't have time for that other
no
stuff.
No time to prepare.
Right.
We have to rescue the slavers prisoners.
I have to be honest, I thought she was going to make us do about 6 side quests before we were able to go to the island. So they had me. They got me pretty good there. I'll call out your soldiers. I'll take this ship and head to the island first.
Soldiers, to the ships! We sail for Firemouth Island!
Yay! Wait, the boat's not moving. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's really cool. That's a cool way of doing it. I like that. The image of this meteor just like heading towards the thing is like really disconcerting. I don't like it. Some serious Final Fantasy VII vibes from that. And we're rescuing slaves. We're not necessarily killing anybody. There's one.
I'm free, thanks to you.
I can't believe it. Free.
I'm really digging the combo of the spear to knock them down and then the charge attack to run in. That feels really cool and gratifying. If you could read this, make sure the rest of the crew hears this and understands. There's a Morak Tong writ with my name on it. I suspect our Confederate in Sedanin's fleet, maybe, have grown cold. We'll deal with Governor Amelian and his treachery soon enough, and if I'm wrong about the governor, if instead one of you hopes to advance your station by having me assassinated, then come and face me. The crew deserves an honorable leader, not a backstabbing scum. Captain Svadster. Okay. We've only found 2 of the slaves.
I seem to be making a lot of enemies lately.
Oh, these guys are the guys that we rescued. Okay. That makes sense.
You arrived in the nick of time. Light it up!
I thought I was done for.
Doing this zone and like seeing the zone story here after like not being sure how I was going to feel about the Dark Elves and not knowing how I was going to get acclimated to things and like sink in, man, it's been so easy to get immersed in, and I'm hoping that I can eventually go back and also on this character just do the other starting zones. Storos Mackay and the Nord area, I remember had a really good story that I was enjoying, and I wonder if maybe we just get to do all that stuff if we want to. And just do all of it on a single character.
My associate will be here soon. Patience, Governor.
Oh, we're here.
I informed the Governor that the captives we rescued from Firemoth Island are safe and sound. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I found this note on the island.
This note clearly implicates the Governor. Along with the other evidence you uncovered, it's obvious that he was working with the slavers. Well done. Sedanin owes you for this great service, but I'll take it from here.
Well, I suppose we're done here. I have a silt strider waiting.
No. Governor O'Melian, I am placing you under arrest for promoting slavery in Pact territory.
How dare you accuse me of such a thing? You have no proof.
A note on your parchment, which led to the sabotage of the lighthouse and a shipwreck off our coast. A letter naming you as the slaver captain's partner. Do you deny your involvement?
That proves nothing. I'll have you hanged for this.
Sergeant Delms, he's dead! Murderer! Sergeant Delms knew that you had a report claiming Firemoth Island was free of slavers, and we both know that was a lie.
The sergeant's dead. Who would do such a thing?
Secure him!
Yes, Governor Salvi.
I'm glad we stuck around to see all that play out. That all seems really super important. Now what happens? Okay.
I hope to bring honor back to the station of governor, and shall do my best to
Oh,
restore
you're a
peace
governor
within
now.
us.
I see how it works. Well, that's awesome. That's a good ending. Killed some slavers. We got a corrupt governor arrested. And that clears all the side quests in this area, which just leaves what seemed to be the main quest, which was to go down into Vivek City. Maybe we kind of try to take the roads out of town.
I think we should execute criminals on sight.
Oh.
But my captain won't allow it. He wants your bounty. Fine. Now get your stink away from me.
Okay, well, I'm glad we got all that cleared up. We are now upstanding again. All they want is your money. They don't really care that you stole some stuff, or we even killed an entire guy. We just killed the guy, and they're like, just give us some money, and we will call it even. Doesn't seem right somehow, but you know, how can I complain at this point? The alternative is they lock our character up for the rest of the game, and then we just get a game over screen. We have a blue arrow on our compass here. I've never seen a blue one. And we have a couple of actual side quests. This is good. Okay, some stuff to do out here. Who do we have? We have some humans, some Bretons like ourselves, perhaps. Oh, this is some kind of bounty. Hearken to the heart of Tamriel. The faithful of Saint Alessia have returned. Our imperial blood runs true. Yet we have seen the tide turn in favor of your alliance. Please accept our supplication and our blessings at your gate to Cyrodiil or in any battle camp in Tamriel. I don't know what's going on with that. I wish I did.
Let's see, if I add this to this, then... Oh!
Okay, you're a merchant. You look awesome, but you are a player.
Is that a heroic silhouette I spy?
Maybe. I have no idea what's going on with these folks. Let's come over here and check out some side quests. Seeking tenant. Are you an adventurer of good reputation? Have low to moderate homicidal tendencies? Looking for a cozy home to call your own, but too low on funds to afford one? How would you like a free inn room? That's right, completely free, no catch. To seek out Philande de Mary at your local inn for more information about this exciting ownership opportunity. So they want to sell us an apartment instead of a house. You look fine, I guess.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort these days.
Oh. We could just leave and go other places. That's really good to know. Where is this at on the map? Oh, we're in our own little area. We are in the city now. Okay, so in the city, we can just set sail, take off, go somewhere else whenever we want. Cool to know. What do we got here? Silt Strider Station. Why brave the dangers of the open road or pay the high cost of unsettling sea voyage when you can travel overland in safety and comfort aboard a friendly Silt Strider? Okay. So we're just checking these out. Fighters Guild Handbill. Not sure what that's about. Okay, so just some optional side content maybe. Doesn't really seem like there's any actual quests to pick up necessarily. Yeah, just talking about the different guilds. I think we get like a ability tree from the guilds. Let's continue on. Let's grab the shrine up here.
Here ye,
You have a side quest.
collectors, test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
I don't know what that is.
Hey there, you've got a hungry look. The eye of a real competitor. I can see it. Well, my friend, Tales of Tribute is the game for you.
What is Tales of Tribute exactly?
It's a game, of course.
Yeah, I got that
A card game,
part.
to be precise. Full of twists and thrills and canyon-deep strategy.
How do we play?
Ha! Hooked another one. If you want to learn the game, you should travel to Gonfalon Bay on High Isle and talk to my friend
It's an
Bardas.
expansion thing.
You are going to have such a... Well, there's a...
It is an expansion thing. Guys, the thing I don't really know about ESO is I don't know the best way to own all of the expansions because I own some of the expansions already. And I have this feeling, since they're kind of like their own little packaged adventures, that like buying the most recent expansion probably doesn't give you access to the rest of the expansions the way it does in World of Warcraft. So I'm kind of wondering. I think I must have at least up to the Elsewhere. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think I have up to that expansion. And my account itself is like a legacy account. It was an account from when the game first released, which that was before it had a monthly sub or anything like that. There wasn't really a crown store. And I don't know if that changes anything about my access to content. It's all very complicated to me when I try to look at it on their store. So we're trying to get maybe down here? Like a real city might be, and let me say this place is pretty impressive. Like a real city, I'm probably gonna get lost trying to get where I'm going here, but I am really impressed by how awesome this place looks. We do have a teleporting shrine back here we can grab. Oh man, look at the waterfalls coming off of the pyramid. I mean, I guess that's where we're going, right? Oh man, that is impressive. Wow, look at that. I was gonna say, man, we'll probably have quite a view from up here, won't we?
Please, Vivek.
What I need to find is how to turn the UI off. I think I read that it was in keybinds, actually. Controls, key bindings, targeting, camera, interactions, user interface, toggle full screen mode, take screenshots. UI hide is not bound. Where do I want UI hide to be bound? I don't know. Because I don't, maybe I can just make it the one key since I've unbound that. I mean, I'm not using that key for anything else right now, I don't think. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, we don't want to roll down the stairs, that would probably not be good. But yeah, it's nice to be able to turn the UI off and actually like see all of the beauty. And then we just get it back on by hitting 1 again. Okay, perfect. Alright, and this is the living god type
This is the
guy.
person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
I'll be in my office. I'll be in my room.
Step forward, friend of Lavul, and let us speak.
So you're wearing like some kind of golden power armor or something? Like, what are you exactly? I wish I understood a little more.
Lavul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need? You seem to be able to float just fine and emanate a soft golden radiance about you. Could you bend your powers to maybe like helping yourself? I don't know.
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast
Right,
armies
exactly.
of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
I mean, to be fair, you don't often get asked that by a god, so sure, we'll do that for a while. Now we might bail on you if that gets old.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem.
I'm intrigued.
We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
If it's the guy who went to his room, I don't think he wants my help.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
When I first arrived, I saw a vision of Azura. That must have been when the lady got possessed and started spouting off at us.
The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
What was what the ancestor said helpful? Oh, we talked to the old spirit in the catacombs.
Lavul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind.
Yeah, the Dawn Shards are still safe.
Speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the divination ritual.
Alright, let's go find Mr. Pouty. I guess his office is not back here. No, we don't want to do that. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. No, if that's Philand de Marie... There we go. Divine Conundrum we want to be tracking. Apparently we're still leaving either way. I thought his office would be somewhere in here, but apparently his office is an office, and this dude has to commute to work. I feel like when it comes to in-game cities and MMOs like this, the one thing they could benefit from most, and I know why they don't do it initially, but just having NPCs on programmable routes, having NPCs that just kind of wander through the city and stuff like that to make it seem bustling and a little bit more alive. They got them somewhere like they're spread out, but there should be more movement. And I know that they don't because when a new city first comes into the game, it's probably a big player hub and there's lots of people running around. But like over time, there's less people, and so a way to keep it feeling alive is just to have NPCs patrolling, pathing, seemingly going about daily activities and stuff like that. That being said, this place is really beautiful, and definitely does give the impression of like an actual city. So we passed this guy. How do I get in there? How do we enter buildings? Okay, the door might be on like the back side here. Oh, it's up. I see. There we go. You know it's designed like a real city when I'll get lost instantly. Even the interiors are so well done.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivek trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god?
Exactly.
I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Lord Vivek said he needed to perform a divination ritual.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivek. Now listen closely. Despite my objections, Vivek believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the overseer that Lord Vivek requires the blessing stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
Alright, go to the unfinished ziggurat, get the blessing stone, meet you at the palace.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivek, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well, go ahead. Ask your questions.
What is a blessing stone? How big is it? How heavy is it?
Ah, the ignorance of outlanders. How refreshing. The blessing stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivek's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual.
Can't Vivek perform the ritual without the blessing stone?
If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivek's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the blessing stone instead of drawing on my lord's personal store of energy.
And what does he hope to learn from the ritual?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivek's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Well, he mentioned Red Mountain and Daedra. Do you think there's a connection?
Lord Vivek sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
Why do you not like us? Have we offended you in some way?
Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivek, so I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
That's fair.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days.
Archcanon Tarvis sent me. I need to borrow your blessing stone.
Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Lord Vivek needs it to perform a ritual.
Lord Vivek? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
We got you, girl.
I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in
Listen,
time.
I don't know if that's going to be my problem, but I'll pass it on to the next guy. I think these dudes are just flat out dead. Which... Well, no, maybe they're not dead. Maybe some of them are alive. And these ones are they're just sleeping. Yeah, they're having a little nap.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
I thought I was gonna die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
What's the trick here? How am I getting up here? Somewhere there's got to be a staircase. Maybe this is my staircase. It's time for some parkour. No? No? Okay. Maybe this ramp that leads right up to the platform. Maybe this is the way. There we go, an easily pilfered blessing stone. Oh, can we teleport closer to him? Oh yeah. 45 gold, I don't know if that's a lot or not. It doesn't seem to be. We have what seems to be a ton of gold that we don't need right now. What's the auto run key? Oh, it's numlock. I want to. I like middle mouse. Final Fantasy XIV showed me that middle mouse for auto run is pretty awesome. Let's do that. So we're looking for movement. Toggle run. That's run/walk auto run. Here we go. There we go, much better. I realize I haven't used auto run at all since I played, so we went through like an hour and a half, 2 hours so far with no auto run. That's pretty impressive.
Praise Vivek!
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivek always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Did you bring the blessing stone?
I did. And I'll even hand it to you. Start the ritual. Alright, let's do it.
Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist?
An Ashlander, a clockwork mage, a Daedric cultist.
Interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
This guy. Something went wrong with the ritual. Did you learn what you had hoped?
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something. At least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no. Not as much as I hoped.
I like that inevitably he's just straight with us, though. He's very, like, flowery. But then eventually he's like, no, I didn't learn anything.
Images that suggest avenues to investigate. Riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god, an energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
I'm not sure I understand, but I think I'm getting the idea.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it.
How is it possible you're losing divine energy?
To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levul's ancestor warned us about.
And you think this enemy is responsible for the energy loss?
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can. My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated.
I'm not sure that Tarvis here shares your assessment of me. Archcanon, okay.
Yes. While Archcanon Tarvis has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal. And recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
What does the rest of the Tribunal think of all this?
They always chide me about my flagrant displays of divinity. But so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading.
Well, maybe it's because of that.
Almalexia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As for Sothasil...
What about him?
My brother travels. We have not heard from him for quite some time, but I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. He always wanted to discover the limits of our divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him.
Alright, let's go talk to the secretary. I know, he's not a secretary. He is an assistant, a planner, an organizer. I'm sure he really runs things around here. And I wonder if he's involved in what's going on. Or if maybe some of the other gods are involved. Maybe someone who doesn't like his flagrant displays of godly power.
You should really talk to the Archcanon.
Alright.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotaged the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are... difficult.
By difficult, you mean Lord Vivek's loss of power?
How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the Tribunal was incapacitated.
He said you might need help investigating the source of the problem.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work, and the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies: Bolmora, Aldrin, and Barrelzar's Tower. I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivec City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivec thinks you're the best one for that job. I hope.
Alright, let's see what we can learn. What about Barrelzar's Tower?
I believe the mage seen in the ritual is Barrelzar, who works out of an ancient Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivec's affliction, but they're not a perfect match.
What about Balmora?
House Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult.
Oh, I love a good cult.
Concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries and see what you can
do. We know what kind of cult we're talking about?
I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation.
And what about Eldraun?
Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for Vivec. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover.
And buddy, is there anything else we should know about you or anything?
I traced tendrils of Vivec's energy to these locations, and the ritual confirmed the connection before it went awry. Just don't discuss Lord Vivec's condition with anyone. We don't want to start a panic. If anything changes here, I'll contact you.
Alright, so we have a few different objectives. Let's take a look at the map and see where we are headed. Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope they send us pretty far out. So yeah, we're going far out. We're gonna go ahead and teleport over this way. And that will put us in a good position to head north next time. We'll check out these 2 places here, and then after that we will head all the way over to the east. I like how we're being sent out on this now, and we're going to be journeying across the land, seeing a lot more of the continent. I hope that along the way we come across plenty of side quests to do. Like, I love the little story with the mayor and the slavers. I hope we get to keep seeing little isolated stories like that as we follow the MSQ. But yeah, I'm going to take a break here for today. This seems like a good spot to do so. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are enjoying the series, subbing to the channel and leaving a like on the video helps me out a lot. And I appreciate those that do. Everybody take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.